Russian public groups reported an attack on the Beriev Aircraft Plant in Taganrog, which is critically important for Russia, stated Yevgeny Diky, a veteran of the Russian-Ukrainian War, former company commander of the Aidar Battalion of Ukraine, and director of the National Antarctic Scientific Center. They're out of luck here. They have a unique plant just 150 kilometers from the front line, unmatched by any other Russian facility. The Beriev plant in Taganrog is the only one capable of modernizing strategic aircraft. It's also the only plant in Russia capable of servicing the A-50 airborne radar, Diky said on Radio NV. He recalled that, thanks to the Ukrainian Armed Forces, Russia only has 3 of its 6 A-50 aircraft left. These, he said, are their ears, their eyes, their entire sensor system. Therefore, the Beriev plant is a highly vulnerable facility, critically important to them. Since then, Moscow has begun to treat these aircraft with critical caution. And they're gradually wearing out. All these planes aren't just old, they're ancient. And as soon as something starts to malfunction, the only company that can, or probably already could, service them is the Beriev plant. So if we haven't finished it off this time, we definitely will. We don't yet know the extent of the damage. But some Russian public groups have even mentioned that the plant no longer exists. If so, then that's the end of it. But if it's not yet true, then we can easily restore it to proper condition within 150 kilometers, Diky added. Mirror publication recalls that the attack was so forceful that the station started to glow like after a nuclear explosion. Initial reports suggest his bulb-nosed A-60 aircraft was set in fire after the attack on Taganrog came as the two sides staged massive strikes on each other as intense US-led talks on a peace plan to end the war were underway with key meets in Abu Dhabi. The Ukrainian strike on Taganrog Yezhny airfield hit the Beriev aircraft manufacturing plant, amid indications an A-60 plane designed to carry laser weapons was burning on the tarmac. Russia has only 2 such aircraft. Based on the Il-76MD, unconfirmed report said a hangar had been hit, believed to be housing a Tu-95MS strategic bomber aircraft, a key part of Vladimir Putin's nuclear strike fleet. Yes, a plane got F'd up. F. A glow like after a nuclear explosion, declared one witness. Mirror says that a fire was seen close to the runway at the plant, which is also used to maintain Putin's Ilyushin Il-80 Max Dome doomsday aircraft designed for use as a flying Kremlin in the event of nuclear war. In Kiev, Russia hit 2 hot water power plants, CHP-5 and CHP-6, and a hydroelectric power station. The city was plunged into power and water outages, as well as transport disruptions. The attack was evidently aimed at pummeling Ukraine into agreeing an unfavorable peace plan. Ukraine's assault units have entered the western part of embattled Pokrovsk city in eastern Donetsk region where heavy fighting is underway. Video footage of Ukrainian troops moving in the city has been shared in social media. A poster with the sign of Pokrovsk can be seen in the video. Assault groups of the 425th Separate Assault Regiment, Skala, are holding positions in the city center. Units of the Skala regiment are continuously conducting assault operations, searching for and eliminating Russian troops, and blocking its attempts to regroup inside the city in the area of the 7th Air Assault Corps. Earlier today, Ukraine Special Operations Forces carried out a successful combat operation near Pokrovsk, with the 3rd Regiment of the Special Operations Forces eliminating and capturing Russian military personnel. The video of the capture of one of Russian soldiers was shared in social media. Being a strategic logistic hub, Pokrovsk city has been the center of hostilities for several months now. Last week, the Russian Defense Ministry shared a video of its soldiers moving feeling in the south of Pokrovsk. Despite pressure, Ukrainian forces hold positions, especially in northern part of Pokrovsk. Last week, the Russian Defense Ministry shared a video of Russian troops moving freely in empty streets of south of Pokrovsk. Russia launched a wave of attacks on Ukraine's capital Kiev early Tuesday, striking residential buildings and energy infrastructure, according to video footage and local authorities. At least 2 people were killed and at least 6 others injured, according to the State Emergency Service. A residential building in the central Pechersk district and another in Kiev's eastern district of Dniprovsky were badly damaged, Mayor Vitaly Klitschko said. Lyubov Petrivna, a resident at one of the damaged buildings, said everything in her apartment shattered. I was lying in bed. There was a powerful explosion and glass rained down on me. The window shattered completely, showering me with glass, she told the Associated Press. Video footage posted to Telegram showed a large fire spread through multiple floors of the 9-story building in Dniprovsky. At least 4 people were injured, the head of Kyiv city administration, Timur Tkachenko, said. Ukraine's energy ministry said energy infrastructure had been hit, without specifying what type or the extent of the damage. The Russian attack followed talks between US and Ukraine representatives in Geneva on Sunday about a US-Russia brokered peace plan. Oleksandr Bevs, a delegate from the Ukrainian side, told the Associated Press on Monday that the talks had been very constructive, and the 2 sides were able to discuss most points. Kremlin spokesperson, Dmitry Peskov, said on Monday Russia had not seen the updated plan.